Have they lied to us? Well, hello, my friends. It is a very frigid and cold afternoon here in Ohio, and I would say that I'm happy to be inside with a warm cup of coffee in a mug made by my friend Dan and his wife Rhonda Heineke. Dan threw the mug, and actually this I don't think is a thrown mug. I think this is a coiled mug, but then Rhonda pressed in a real maple leaf, it's maple leaf. Pressed in a real leaf, and then they did the staining. It's beautiful, beautiful mug. I just love it. But I wanted to hop on because I've had several people. In fact, I would say the majority of people who have found me recently have found me through Alex Ferrari. Every time I talk to Alex, I just laugh. I feel like I'm talking to a brother from another mother, as they say. On both of those interviews, he now has them titled with something like "They Lied to Us About Jesus" or "The Vatican Lied to Us." And it's interesting because the first one, "They Lied to Us About Jesus," that was a rebranding. See, when we first did the interview with Alex, it was early on. It was March of the year, and it was a godsend for my channel. It was absolutely a major growth spurt being on his channel and being interviewed by Alex. And I think the original title was something like "He Walked with Jesus" or something like that. And it did great because he has a great audience and he has an amazing sense of self, and I just really like the man a lot. Then last August, I think it was August, suddenly out of the blue, I started getting these major hits on that video. It was like it doubled the amount that it did the first time. And I went back on and I looked, and he had changed the image on the main page, and he also changed the title. The title became "They Lied to Us About Jesus," and it had kind of like in quotes. And what's interesting about it was it was explosive. The changes he made were explosive. The fact that he did that. Now, my second interview, which went live in September, he went right from the beginning with "They lied to us," so the Vatican lied to us. So he's created that sort of thing. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to respond to some of the people who have been asking me about this. In neither one of those interviews did I say anyone lied to anyone about anything. I just said this was this is my experience, this is what I've learned, this is the things. What Alex has discovered is that the majority of the people on the internet are looking for the negative aspect. They're looking for a conspiracy. They're looking for something to that they feel like has been wrong them or something. And so it is a YouTube trend right now. If you look at many other YouTube channels out there, there's Michael Sandler and several others. I forget. There's so many of them right now. But if you go and look at them, you'll see a lot of titles "They lied to us about," or "You've been misled," or "They don't want me to tell you this," or "This won't be up for long." These are all fear-based urgent responses, and they're all leaning into somebody being out to get you, or somebody being some secret cabal that is ruling the world, and all these things. The titles themselves lean into the worst sides of ourselves, our fear. They're an understanding that fear sells. Religions have been using fear to sell for years. Why wouldn't YouTubers start to use fear to sell? I find it interesting that there's a guy who is very well known for his YouTube marketing, and he works with some of these big YouTubers that are now using this "they lied to us" concept. And it's so interesting to me because the guy who is teaching them this marketing is the guy who produced the television series The Chosen. He's a Mormon and a Christian, but he understands that fear sells. So he's selling fear to get people to go click on the videos to make more money. I don't belittle or begrudge anybody whose business is YouTube doing that. I don't do that because it just doesn't sit well with me. That being said, I'm not a 500 or a million subscriber channel. I'm an 18,000 subscriber channel. I'm a tiny channel, right? I myself could never bring myself to try to throw out, a conspiracy-minded topic like that or a title like that just to grab clicks. There are often times that you'll see me put up a title or a quote that seems like I'm trying to get clicks, but what I'm really doing is grabbing attention for what somebody is saying that I find wrong or harmful. They lied to us about blank, whatever it is a YouTube marketing tool to help people latch on to people who are fearful, who are looking for the conspiracy, looking for the justifications of why their life is so terrible. And so they're looking for someone to blame. And when I see people use these titles they lied to us about, I see it as just simply a marketing tool. But it's a question of what are you doing with it? Both of my interviews, I never use those words, they lied to us about. Both of my interviews on that channel or any other channel, I've never said they've lied to us about. I believe things have been manipulated, things have been addressed, but I think it was always self-interest. I don't think it was them lying to us. I think that it was them changing things for their own belief. But the concept of them lying directly to you is to make it very personal, to make you afraid of not knowing the truth. And it literally comes down to that creation of fear. They want you to be afraid that you don't know, or they want you to be able to justify why your life is so rough. And like I said, I adore Alex. I think he's tremendous. He's been nothing but kind and caring to me. But I think it's important to put a spotlight on marketing fear for clicks. Because I think once you start marketing fear for clicks, then what you're doing is you're promoting fear. And I think that is not necessarily the greatest way. Now, this video is called They Lied to Us About. Will it get clicks? It will get clicks because they're going to see this line. But I'm making this video so that they see that the line is just that, a line. It's a marketing line. It's a line to promote fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety is the illusion of separation from love. And when you realize that someone's promoting fear and anxiety, they're promoting your separation. And you're one with God. It's only your belief that makes you feel separate. And when someone tries to promote a belief to make you feel more separate, then I think you need to look into that. But it's a spiritual journey. It's a personal journey. All spiritual journeys are personal. And you've got to make your own choices no matter what anybody else does or says. Like I said, I don't begrudge anyone for using marketing techniques that helps their business grow. But if you're scaring people or you're manipulating, I just couldn't do that myself. So I just wanted to hop on and say this. And yes, I use those words in my title, but you'll also notice there's a quote around it because I know that if I use those words, I will get to those people who are living in fear and are being manipulated with fear-based words. And hopefully they'll be able to hear this message and see that this is all about showing them that they don't have to be afraid because it's not necessary. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.